my god, I must confess, I hate being the cameraman also. I'm doing everything. I love it, but the technical stuff, oh man, that's driving me nuts. Okay, that's one thing about me. The one thing about you, or you in the advantage, is that today I'm gonna share with you a thing that is so valuable, that is a secret in business. And a lot of business people, they don't do this thing. A lot of them. In fact, I think they are doing this just by exception, and it's so damn valuable. It's so valuable because I'm not saying you what it is, but I'm gonna say you how it influences or impacts your business. If you want high performance employees or partners or people or whatever you call them in your organization, you can also have a greater customer experience along with high performance people. And because you have high performance people and you have customer experience, your income will rise as a natural consequence. Want the conflict to be lower. If you want cohesion in the team, and that is when people are getting along with each other and they are performing all together as a unit, as a team, and everyone wants that. And what else? And you will have people that, bear with this on me, they are working less but much more efficient, working less, and that means that the risk of burnout is lower. Do you know what's the thing that can? There is only one thing that gives you all of this and enhances all of these aspects, and that thing is, please raise some drums, because is the induction process. Now, I don't know if you heard about this or not, but the induction process is the process that happens from the moment a person is recruited to the moment in which it starts being in performance. Whatever happens after that induction process is this. So first of all, you have induction, and after that you have all this process and all these benefits. So with one single aspect that is put into the right place, in the right shape, you can have high performance employees, and you have the customer experience that is higher. Why? Because if you have the high performance employees, they are happy enough and they are competent enough to provide better services. And if they are happier and more competent, the customer experience, the experience that the customer is receiving is different. And what's the outcome of that? Well, people would like that experience and want more of that experience, and there you have the increase of your income. And also you have the conflict reduced. Why? Because if you have this process, that it means that people are much more competent, every single one of them. You lower the competition and you raise the standard in the same time without putting some extra sparkles in the mix of the conflict. And there's also one thing here: if you have highly competent people and everything is, if you have this thing, it's so obvious that you will lower the conflict because everyone is high-end performer. And also you have the cohesion. Why is that, and how is this related, you might ask? Because when you have the induction process, in the induction process you will teach people about the culture of the organization, what is allowed, what is not allowed. And if you hire properly, as I said in the previous video, you will know what people to hire so that there is enough team cohesion that is giving you the lower the conflict. And this is extremely important. If you have the right induction process, People will feel so competent and so yeah, maybe competent and sure about what they are doing, how they are doing it, so that you have built there all the prerequisites that is needed, so that you will have enough speak ability, you will have enough, let's say, discord in a good way, because there is a thing with this stuff. You don't want to have too much cohesion, but that's another video, and you need a little bit of diversity and a little bit of speaking up. And you can find the perfect mix within the process of induction. Why? Because through the process of induction, you can enhance all the good cohesiveness, and also to set the prerequisites for that. But that's another video. What you need to know is this. Also, one outcome is that you will lower the burnout, and that is something that we all should consider these days. In this era when we work so much and there is so much work to be done, well, we should consider mental health, and we should consider the risk for burnout. And you will take care of that not by raising you can raise a salary, but that won't do anything to a person that is about to be in burnout, because most of the time that bonus won't pay the cost of being exhausted, and most of the people don't afford to get from a job to just recreate themselves and just enjoy life again. So there is a big issue, and you can solve that risk and that issue through one process, induction. Now, I will tell you what the induction process is and how can you do it. I will tell you like briefly, because this is a YouTube channel and not a full 2-hour trainings, but I will show you so that you know about the induction process. I love this process. Why? Because induction process is about knowing how to recruit people in the correct way, how you manage all the process of recruitment, so that when you arrive at the selection step, you will have the right selection, so you know exactly that your selection is correct. And from that stage, you have literally the induction per se, in which you have all the trainings, but you have the informational trainings, like the procedural trainings, and most of the organizations they are doing it. Of course, they have to do this part, you know, but they are not doing it aligned with the induction process. And most of them, they even have some info training over there. What they don't have is organizational training. Why is that important? When you have organizational training, you will teach people that the organization is a place in which we do this, we don't do this. In this place is expected this thing, is not allowed to do this. When happens something, you are expected to act in this way. And this is so obvious, it's so obvious, and even now you can think that, oh yeah, that's so obvious, of course I'm doing that, but who is doing that literally, like written down? How many organizations have their cultural norms written down? Only the organizations that were my clients, and I write it down for them, so that when they have a new employee, that employee knows exactly what the company is about, knows exactly what is expected from him, know exactly how what he has to do, and the procedural. This is extremely important. Why? Because you can train people in the informational stuff, but that informational stuff is not complete if you don't include something. if you don't include how to do what they have to do. And I don't mean the skill set, no, I mean exactly how to operate within your particular software organization, software and particular tools that you have. And they also need to know why they are doing it, especially if you have procedures that are in your business. When you hire an employee, that employee has this skill set, and they will put their skill set on, they will deposit, let's say, their skill set on your organization. But if the person doesn't know why they have to do the things they have to do, especially the reporting and the administrative stuff, they will burn out. And it's that easy indeed. When a person knows how to do all the things that it has to do within an organization, and most importantly knows why to do it, guess what? Their actions, their work is aligned with your business objectives, and this is what you want. This is why you hired him. And maybe these things looks like so obvious, but when you put them together in the words, in writing, you will find that most of the people, they need that because they didn't know that. So this is the part in which there is the need to get productive and really proactive. Because when you have the skill set, but you don't take that skill set, that person, and you don't place it into your business, that person will feel that this is not belonging, that is not adequate, it won't feel adequate, it won't feel that it won't feel that is a part of the organization. And guess what behaviors would arise? Competition, conflict, securing the image, securing all the performance, because that person will feel insecure. Why? Because you didn't give them a place. It's not enough to just be, okay, now you have the contract. The contract is the contract, it has its purpose. But have you created deliberately a space for that person to be part of it? And this is the point where it's so obvious and it's so simple that nobody is doing this. And please remember all the advantages that we talked about earlier. They are still on, and all of this can be done just aligning your recruitment and selection to your business objectives, and after that train the person with all the information that it needs towards processes, towards organization, and towards all the procedures that it has to be done. And you will find out that if a person knows how to do it and knows what to do and why to do it, they will be high performance. And therefore they will be feeling security in the organization. Therefore they will protect the organization and the objectives, and also would be engaged in a cohesive attitudes, and they will be sure enough to come up with new ideas and just to be how you want them to be, because you selected them for a reason and they are there for a reason. And this is the thing that is so controversial. When you are looking, it's so controversial because you can see people and employees as just a resource or as just people. But when you are seeing them as people and you take all the resources and what they are and you align that through your objectives, that of course has to be beneficial to all of them, they will feel so useful, so important, so integrated. And this is the foundation for every behavior that you expect from them. So this is extremely important. I cannot emphasize, but maybe I will make some other videos, because this is the secret to high performance employees and all the advantages that were there. And I cannot stress it enough. The clients that I've been working with, I created them all the procedures, and also they have even the organizational trainings in which people are really taken, like literally taken, and you have the employee care, and also you have all the implicit norm being explained. And yes, you have a lot of things over there that can be included and can be, oh my god, how much conflict can be avoided or prevented, how much disrupt can be prevented, how much damage can be prevented and can be fixed even before it appears. And I have one example here. Let's say you have a store and you have like 3 employees in the store, and let's say you have only one store, so therefore you didn't hire anyone to clean up the offices and the bathrooms, so you expect them from the people. And if you know how to talk to people, how to make them being engaged, they will be feeling rewarded by doing that. If you know how to take them, but not how to literally how to take them, is not using them, it's just make them an integral part, and they will be glad to offer their services because this is why they are there in the end. So I will make another one based on these things. Let me know if you're interested, by the way, because I can or maybe you have any questions, because I can talk about this stuff for hours regarding what I did and what is possible to be done. Okay, so just remember, just put a little bit of accent in that gap after the selection process and before putting a person into performing. There is a gap, and not only the informational part is available, it's also the emotional part, it's also the mental part, it's also the integrational part. So do your best. If you improve with 1 inch, with one idea to one person one day, you are progressing, and that's a progress, and this is what I appreciate and I encourage you to do. Therefore, have a great week.